Have you ever wondered what the universe was like in its very first moments, when everything we know was a total chaos of matter and energy? Galaxies, those immense structures that today seem so orderly and harmonious, were just beginning their evolution. And what if I told you that astronomers have just discovered a galaxy that doesn't fit at all into this traditional view of the primordial past? A galaxy that, in such a young universe, appears surprisingly mature and well-organized? It might be that everything we thought we knew about galaxy evolution needs to be revisited and, perhaps, rewritten. This discovery has caused a sensation in the scientific community, and for good reason. The galaxy in question is called Rebel 25, and its name is no coincidence. Just as the word rebel suggests, this galaxy defies all expectations and does not follow the rules astronomers would expect for such an ancient galaxy. Rebel 25 is about 700 million years old, after the Big Bang, a period that, in cosmic terms, corresponds to the infancy of the universe. And yet, even at that point, this galaxy shows an extremely orderly and complex structure, remarkably similar to our Milky Way, which took billions of years to form. Imagine for a moment the parallel. It's like finding a perfectly organized library right after a cosmic earthquake. It's not what you would expect to see. The universe, in its early moments, was dominated by chaos. The first stars and galaxies were still being born. According to the most accepted theories, the first galaxies should have been small, disordered, and irregular. Galaxies, as we see them today, structured and orderly, were expected to emerge only after billions of years of evolution, mergers, and interactions. Yet Rebel 25 seems to be proof that, in some cases, galaxy formation might have occurred incredibly quickly, defying expectations. The implications of this discovery are enormous, not only for our understanding of galaxy evolution, but also for our view of the entire primordial universe. Imagine the surprise of astronomers when, observing this galaxy through ALMA, Atacama Large Millimeter Array, one of the most powerful radio telescopes in the world, located in the Atacama Desert in Chile. They discovered that Rebel 25 is not just a vague smudge of gas, as one might expect in a still-forming universe, but a galaxy with a well-defined shape. Inside it lies a well-structured disk with a central bar from which spiral arms extend, an architecture typically associated with more modern galaxies, like ours. Here's the crucial point. Rebel 25 not only exists in a period of extreme cosmic youth, but it already has an organized structure that could be the result of evolutionary processes we previously thought required much more time. It's as if a galaxy managed to undergo, in a very short cosmic time, an evolution that usually takes billions of years. To fully grasp the significance of this discovery, we need to step back and reflect on how we imagine the universe formed. According to the most accepted theories, galaxies like our Milky Way took billions of years to evolve, acquiring the complexity and order we see today. After the Big Bang, the universe was primarily composed of gas and dust, which, thanks to gravity, began to coalesce to form the first stars. These groups of stars in turn gathered to form galaxies. At first, galaxies were irregular and chaotic, but over millennia, gravity and other forces shaped these structures, leading them to acquire the forms we recognize today. The Milky Way itself, for example, is the result of billions of years of mergers and interactions with smaller galaxies, and only after vast amounts of time did it achieve its current shape. Rebel 25, on the other hand, radically changes this narrative. If a galaxy can already be so well defined 700 million years after the Big Bang, then we need to deeply revise our theories about how and at what speed galaxies evolved. But it's not just the size and structure of Rebel 25 that astonish. There's also the question of time. How did such a young galaxy achieve a maturity we would expect only in much later epochs? Could it be that Rebel 25 had particularly favorable conditions to evolve more rapidly than other galaxies? Perhaps an early merger with smaller galaxies, or an intense burst of star formation, allowed it to accumulate matter and structure in record time. However, these are just hypotheses, and researchers are working to explore the causes of this surprising evolution. The discovery of Rebel 25 was published in the journal Monthly Notices of the Royal Astronomical Society by an international team of scientists, including Luc Roand from Leiden University, Andrea Ferrara, and Andrea Palottini from the Scuola Normale Superiore of Pisa. Thanks to the power of the ALMA radio telescope, they were able to peer into the primordial universe during a time period that eludes our imagination, aided by ALMA's extraordinary ability to detect details invisible to any other ground-based telescope. What makes this discovery even more extraordinary is the fact that Rebel 25 is so far away from us that the light we see today took billions of years to reach us. We are observing the galaxy as it was during its cosmic infancy, yet it appears to have already reached a stage of development we would expect only in much later epochs, a paradox that challenges our current understanding. This discovery raises many questions. Scientists hypothesize that there might have been special conditions that allowed Rebel 25 to evolve so quickly. Perhaps, as mentioned, an early merger with other galaxies boosted its growth, or an environment of intense star formation accelerated its evolution. However, for now, these remain only theories, and further research is needed to clarify the causes of this extraordinary phenomenon. The next step for astronomers will be to search for other galaxies similar to Rebel 25, to determine whether this accelerated behavior is an exception, or if there are other galaxies following the same evolutionary path. If more galaxies like Rebel 25 are discovered, it could mean that our current model of galactic evolution needs to be completely revisited. This discovery might even force us to rewrite the history of the universe. Current theories suggest that the first structured galaxies, similar to the Milky Way, formed only a few billion years after the Big Bang. But Rebel 25 suggests that some galaxies might have reached an advanced stage of development much earlier than we had imagined. As Luke Rowan stated, seeing a galaxy so similar to our Milky Way, dominated by rotation, challenges our understanding of how quickly galaxies evolve in the early universe. Rebel 25 invites us to question many of our certainties. Science is constantly evolving, and every time something doesn't go according to plan, there is always an opportunity to learn something new. This is the beauty of astronomy. The universe is so vast and complex that, no matter how hard we try to understand it, there are always new surprises waiting to be revealed. However, Rebel 25 might just be the tip of the iceberg, and new discoveries may soon once again overturn our view of the universe and its evolution. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell so you don't miss the next videos.